guys, welcome back to another video. Long time no see. I hope you guys are all doing well. This look is so beautiful. It's cool tones, which I never do, but of course it's fitting for New Year's Eve. I also never wear silver jewelry. I'm just not a silver kind of girl, but here we are with the gray top, the silver jewelry, and the beautiful cool toned eyes. Of course, you guys already know that I use the BPERFECT Carnival Interstellar Palette. This palette is literally perfect for this look. It has beautiful, beautiful cool tones, and the shimmers in here are just to die for. So you guys, of course, I used the gray side of the palette. I mixed two shimmers today, so you guys will see in the video. I also just quickly wanted to mention that I did go live on TikTok while I was doing this look. So the complexion portion of today's video might be a little bit iffy, but you guys will see how I did the entire eye look step by step. So hopefully I'm able to pull some clips from that live. If not, then we'll skip over the complexion portion and we'll just do the eye makeup in today's video. But as always, everything will be down below in the description box. So please make sure that you check down below. Now, if I don't see you guys until after this video goes up, and if this is the only look that I post before New Year's, I just wanted to say happy New Year to all of you guys. I hope you guys all have an amazing 2023. I'm wishing you so much love and success and happiness. 2023 is gonna be your year, okay? Period, point blank, no questions asked, no hesitation. It's gonna be your year. I'm super excited for the upcoming year. I have so much amazing content coming your way, so make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my work. Please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. All of that information is going to be down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me, and thank you for choosing to hit that subscribe button. It is truly, truly appreciated. And without further ado, if you would like to see how to create this look today, then just keep on watching. You guys, happy New Year! I'm actually recording this voiceover on New Year's, okay? Like, it's January 1st at 7:45 p.m. and this video is going up tomorrow on January 2nd. So I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful New Year's. Jumping into this look, it's a little complicated, so I'm gonna explain it as best as possible. And it's also a long one, so I hope you enjoy spending some time with me. I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise Base in Rumor 2.5 first. I'm gonna apply that to my lid as always. Then I'm gonna go in with a brush, make sure it's nice and evenly distributed. So the first shade I'm going to be using is the shade Deep Space, which is a super dark gray. I'm going to use this color to start to create the shape that we're going for. And the reason why I'm starting off with gray first is because if you make a mistake, or in this case, if I were to make a mistake, it's going to be a lot easier for me to get rid of the gray without having to take off my entire eyeshadow base than going straight in with black and making a mistake and wanting to change something and then being stuck with having to remove that whole area. You get what I'm saying? So the hardest part of this right here is you want to make sure that you're resting your eye. You want to make sure that you're giving yourself a chance to just look straight ahead in your mirror, so that way you can see exactly where your eye naturally folds, so that way you're not creating the shape, and then when you open up your eye regular and you rest your eye, it's gonna look all sloppy. So just make sure you do that. Just a little bit of a tip. Now I'm gonna go into the shade First Man, which is a beautiful dark gray, and because I'm working with a smaller line at the moment, I'm gonna go in with a super tiny brush like this, and this is how I'm gonna start my blend with the shade First Man. It does take a little bit of time. You do want to take this step by step, but I promise you guys it's gonna be so freaking worth it. And also, this is just gonna help to keep the look kind of like more clean, so that way you don't have to clean it up as much. But you guys will see I do go in with more fluffier brushes. The next brush that I'm going to be using is more of a fluffy brush, but this just helps so that way it's not getting too messy. But you guys, it's gonna turn into perfection. Like, you saw the intro already. So now I'm gonna go into this next shade right here. This one is actually called Rocky. I have the palette in front of me, so if I'm a little bit delayed, that's why. It's because I'm trying to look at the eyeshadow names. But I'm going in with the shade Rocky, and you guys can see the brush is now getting a little bit bigger. You don't have to be concerned with the inner part of the shape because we're going to clean it up. Now the last color I'm gonna go in with is the shade Misty Moon, which is a beautiful, beautiful light gray on a super fluffy brush. Always remember that with your brushes, the fluffier the brush is, the less product it's going to pick up, and it's going to really diffuse and blend your eyeshadows. So the higher up I'm getting to the brow, or the further out I'm getting from the shape, I want it to be lighter and more blended and start to fade to basically nothing. So That's why you've seen the brushes get fluffier and fluffier. So now that I have the shape going, I know where my blend is going. Now I'm just gonna go back in and do every single step all over again. I know it's tedious, but you guys, I promise you, if you take your time on your eyeshadow and you really just put in the work, the end result is just priceless. Okay, so I'm going back in with the black, because just like with any look you're doing, if you go in with your most intense shades first and then you go and you blend other shades into them to get them to blend out, you're gonna lose the intensity. So you have to backtrack and make sure that you go back in with each and every color. So I'm starting off with the black. I'm creating the same shape. As you guys can see, I'm not worried about it being too perfect, but I'm also not getting super crazy and messy. Then I'm gonna go back into the shade First Man, which is the second grade that we used, and then of course I'm gonna go back into the shade Rocky, because again, we're going into all the same colors. And to finish it off, you guys already know, I'm also gonna go into the shade Misty Moon. The good thing about this look too is you're going to be using all the same shades for the entire eye look, so you don't have to be concerned with using too many brushes. We're literally just using the same brushes. Once I was completely happy with my blend, it's time to clean it up. So I'm going to go in with a Q-tip. It's super important that you use a Q-tip for this, because the Q-tip is already rounded at the end, and so you're going to be able to get that really cute shape that we got going on, and the Q-tip is doing all the work for you, boo. Okay, you don't even have to do much. Just make sure that you're keeping it exactly where you want it. And to be honest with you guys, this is where you can see like my crazy self trying to be as symmetrical as possible. I was literally looking back and forth from the other eye to the eye that I'm working on, the other eye to the eye that I'm working on, just trying to make sure that there was like the same amount of space in between the two, and it was driving me insane because there's no way to get it perfect, but you know I'm gonna try to get it as perfect as possible. So that's what I'm doing here. I was literally doing this forever. I'm like, all right girl, we need to move on, so let's move on. So let's get into the fun part that gets a little bit complicated, but with these brushes, I promise you that your looks are going to make it to the next level. This right here is a paintbrush from Michales. It's a part of their Select Artiste Princeton collection in number 8. The brush is number 8. I'm gonna link it down below so that way you guys can check it out. It's super affordable. It's about $8 for the brush. It's so freaking bomb. So it's gonna be down below in the description box. And I'm using blank canvas from P. Louise. You guys know I usually mix blank canvas with a little bit of the P. Louise base that I used in the beginning of the video. But for this particular look, because I want the base to be a little bit more on the thicker side, I'm not gonna go in and kind of essentially dilute it with the Rumor base. So because this product dries pretty quickly, if you used it before, then you know it dries very fast. This is also a product that you don't have to set with eyeshadow. It just dries down on its own. But I do switch to kind of like a flat eyeshadow brush just to go ahead and make sure it's really nice and blended out. Now you guys can see with this brush, it was extremely difficult for me to get that rounded curve. So this brush right here is also, you guys, life changing for detailed work. This is another brush from Michales. It's from the same line. It's the Princeton Select Artiste brushes. I'm also gonna link this one down below, so I'm gonna link them together. I'm gonna probably write like Michales brushes. Yeah, that would make sense, right? I'm gonna write like Michales brushes, and I'm gonna put the link to both brushes so you guys don't have to go searching. They will be down below. And then like I was mentioning with the eyeshadow brush, I'm just going in and using this to make sure that I'm really blending out and getting like a really nice even layer of that product, because it will get gunky and cakey and we don't want that, okay? I want everything to look as smooth as possible. And then honestly, I sit here and I just perfect it until I can't perfect it anymore. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure everything is really nice and seamless. I get a lot of questions of people being like, how long does your makeup looks take? And I'm like, probably like just 2 hours. Y'all get out of here. These looks take me like 6 hours. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's simply because I don't know when to cut it out. But I promise you, when I take those photos, if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, you need to follow me. I like to post always an up close shot of the eyes. And so I know I'm gonna take that picture. When I take that picture, it better be clean AF, okay? Period. So moving on, we're gonna work on the other part of the eye. I'm pretty happy so far. So I'm gonna go back into the shade Deep Space, and I'm gonna take a liner brush. This brush is from the Stacey Marie and BPERFECT collection. Any brush that looks like this will do. And again, I'm just gonna go back and forth, make sure that the shape looks very similar to the other side. Doesn't need to be super perfect, but your girl's gonna try to make it as perfect as possible. And you basically just wanna do all the same steps all over again. So this look is a little bit tedious. But like I said, the finished product is just, it's so worth it. So now I'm going back in with the shades First Man, then I'm gonna go back in with Rocky, a little bit of Misty Moon, and I'm gonna blend. So I'm gonna play a little bit of music in this part so you guys can just watch the blend happen, and then we're gonna clean it up with the Q-tip again. Alright you guys, so let's get into the outer corner. I'm going to explain it pretty quickly. So I'm going to go into the shade Dark Side, which is the black, because we're doing the outer corner. I'm going to go in with the black eyeshadow first. Then I'm going to go back into the shade First Man. Make sure it's really nice and blended. The shade Rocky again, and then also the shade Misty Moon to make sure everything is really nice and blended. So like I said, it becomes repetitive, but once you start to get the shape and everything like that, you don't really have to worry too much about the blend because you're literally just using all the same colors. So this is basically the look. It's so beautiful. Even like this, I feel like it's such a gorgeous look. Even if you wanted to leave the lid bare, it's just stunning. And this look is so pretty in all colors. So I ended up going in with the black eyeshadow on an angled brush just to run it across my lid, but I felt like I wanted it to be a little bit deeper. So we're gonna deepen it up in a second, but first we're gonna add the glitter. I didn't add the little emoji because I used two. I went into Galactic and Moonwalk. Galactic is a little bit of a thicker, chunkier glitter. It's very lightly pressed. So if you have this eyeshadow palette and you're planning to use the color, make sure that you don't like dig your brush in there. But I went in with those brushes, and I also wanted to mention that I went in with a moiracosmetics glitter liner that I will leave down below in the description box, and that's what gave me a really beautiful like reflective shift. I don't know what happened to that part of the footage, but I did go in with that as well. So let's talk about this eyeliner. This is the Super Last Liner by Essence. This is like a $2 eyeliner, okay? This is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills black eyeliner. You guys know I rave about it. It's my holy grail. It dries down super matte, and so does this. Now I will say, I'm not a fan of the applicator. I actually don't like it at all, but I will look past it because this is like a $2 eyeliner, and the way that this dries down matte in literally seconds, like I left the footage in here. I'm just like fanning down my eye with my hand, drying it down. You guys, I'm talking matte black. You have to get it. Just trust me on this one. You guys know I never fail you. Pick up this eyeliner the next time you go to Ulta. It is phenomenal. So I was like, you know what? Let me show the girlies one more time. Get ready. Take a screenshot because you need this product. It's so good. So now I'm going to go in. I'm just going to curl my lashes. I also have been trying out this new mascara from KOKI-Cosmetics. It's actually really nice. Of course, everything will be down below in the description box. It's honestly just a basic mascara, but I think I like the formula. It's not too wet and it's not too dry. It's like right in the middle. Really, really nice mascara. And I wanted to put you on quickly to a lash glue. This is from the brand Boldface. Sticky tacky lash glue. You need it. Okay, I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera, but let's get into the base makeup. So like I told you guys in the intro, I was on TikTok live while I was doing this, and I was like, okay, can I multitask? Honestly, y'all, I have so much fun on TikTok lives. If you guys have been on one, it's such a fun time. Everybody's super interactive. I love meeting new people. It has been absolutely amazing. So if you're not following your girl on TikTok, definitely go ahead and follow me. Sorry for the noise outside. You guys know my beauty room is right by like a super busy highway, so there's always noise. But anyway, I also was over here chatting it up. You guys could see I actually forgot to show you what I was using. So I went in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Then for foundation, I mixed the hauslabs foundation and the Hourglass foundation. And right here I'm going in with the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blurs Bronzer, but it looks a little bit light, and you guys can see like I be in the TikTok live, okay? Chatting it up instead of remembering that I'm recording for you guys, so just bear with me. So I decided to go in instead with the Fenty Beauty stick in the shade Mocha. You guys know this is my jam. I love this product. You guys see it's beautiful. Like it just blends like a dream. It is so pretty. For concealer, I'm going in with the Hourglass concealer. This is an amazing full coverage concealer. It's very, very nice. It's a little bit more on the thin side, so I like to apply it and then I let it sit for a few minutes to get that maximum coverage. And then of course I go in and I like to go ahead and blend it out. Now for today's look specifically, because I had already created kind of like the smokiness underneath the lower lash line, I didn't want to get too close. So I went in with this kitten paw brush, and here I am again. You guys, I was like reading the comments and trying to do this at the same time, so I'm so sorry, but this right here is called like the kitten paw brushes. It is so freaking good. I'm gonna link it down below as well if you guys are interested. I'm telling you, I've been finding some gems. Honestly, I need to do like a favorites video, an updated favorites video. Okay, girl. You guys, I cannot with myself. Anyways, moving on. So I went back in with the sponge, and of course I'm blending it out, going back in with the brush. And like I said, I will link this brush down below. Now for setting powder underneath my eyes, you guys already know I love me some Collab Set the Stage powder. I've been using it sparingly because it's been very hard to find, and I don't want to use it all at once, but that's what I'm using in today's video. I needed it. Anytime I know the look is going to be that girl, that moment, I have to use that powder. Set the rest of my face, I just went in with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder, and then for bronzer, I went in with the HMB Cosmetics bronzer. It's a really beautiful bronzer. It's very deep and very warm. I don't use it on a day-to-day basis, but I do like to use it when I do more creative looks, anything colorful. And you guys, look at my brush. It was shedding because I had just cleaned my brushes the day before. I was like, so disrespectful. Ew. But yes, I used the HMB bronzer. It's really nice, but it's very, very deep. I just want to put it out there. And then I went ahead and added my blush. I'm using the Blushing Bubbles from Metamorphosis. It's a small business, and this blush is so freaking beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And you guys can see it's super, super pigmented. I had to go in with my brush that I use for my setting powder and just like mute it down a little bit because, girl, that was a little bit too much blush, even for me. And y'all know I love me some blush. So let's finish up these eyes. I'm going back into the shade Dark Side, and of course I'm going to take that on a flat definer brush, and I'm gonna add that to my lower lash line. Of course, smudge it out. Then I'm gonna go back into the shade First Man. Of course, that's even gonna blend further. And then I'm gonna go back in with the shade Misty Moon as well, and I just used it kind of like on the outer portion of the eye, really just to blow everything out, make sure everything is really beautifully blended. Now for the waterline, I wanted to do something metallic, and this eyeliner from ColourPop was so perfect. It's like a silver metallic eyeliner. These cream gel liners from ColourPop, they just never fail me. They're so beautiful. They're like super smooth on the waterline too. It does not tug. I'm somebody who every time I put an eyeliner in my waterline, my eyes get watery, and also I wear contact lenses, so I have to be really careful with what kind of eyeliners I use, and those are amazing. So now I'm going in with a pen liner. Any pen liner will do. Here I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics one, and I'm just creating that inner corner kind of point, flick, whatever you like to call it. Now the trick to the inner corner, and I'm so happy I got this on camera, is cleaning it up with concealer. Sometimes I feel like people are like, oh my god, their inner corner liner is so perfect. Girl, just clean it up with a little bit of concealer and it's going to look like perfection. It's super clean, and also this takes away like that anxiety of having it to be perfect when you first do it. Like, no, you could just clean it up with concealer. So now I'm going in with my MAC Giga Black Lash. You guys know this is my favorite bottom lash mascara. It's beautiful. And then I decided to just do my little touch-ups with you guys. So I'm going back in with my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use the shade 3.5 just to refresh the brows. When I finish doing all my powder and everything, they kind of get faded. So I like to always go back in and make sure they're nice and refreshed. And then I go in with the brow gel. This one is the Tres Luce Brow Gel. It's really nice. It really does keep my brow hairs in place. I've been using this one over my brow gel from Refi, which you know I love. So that definitely says a lot. I like this one a lot. It's so cute and I love the packaging. For highlight, if you guys are looking for an icy white highlight, this is it. This is from Milk Makeup, and this is their Flex highlighter. I'll leave the shade name down below. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but so beautiful and so freaking blinding. And honestly, you guys, after that, I just went in with some setting spray and just pressed everything in with my sponge, and this basically completes the look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm wishing you all an amazing 2023. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for watching today's video and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.